Hi there, my name is Brandon Simmons, and I am from Phoenix, Arizona. I work with Sean Terry at Phoenix Wholesale Homes. You may know Sean from fliptofreedom.com. I'm shooting this video in response to Alex's request on the Wholesaling Houses full-time Facebook page, requesting how we can add value. Well, I've been working with Sean for about 3 years. And one of the things that I think is super important for not only beginner wholesalers, but also for wholesalers that have been doing this for a long time. Maybe they're doing, close to 6 figures a month or hitting that 6-figure mark. One of the things that we've implemented in our business that has increased our profits and improved our bottom line tremendously is figuring out how to monetize as many leads as possible. Most everyone knows how to negotiate a regular wholesale deal. Most everyone knows the formula, the 70% off retail or ARV, less repairs, less profit. So that's great, and that works tremendously. The market is becoming more of a seller's market here in Phoenix. People are asking for more retail and asking for more of a higher price point. We're able to sell a little bit higher, but there's still a demand for those properties. There's just not as many of those super deep discount properties out there as there were, last year this time. So one of the things that we've done is we've implemented a simple strategy. Now, there's a lot of different ways to do this. There's a lot of seller financing techniques. There's subject to. There's agreement for sale, land contract. We call them agreement for sales in Arizona, or installment sales. Wraps, where you wrap the existing loan and keep the financing in place. And then there's lease options. Lease options work for pretty much all type of loans. And then there's the subject twos. Now, in our business, we don't do very many lease options. We don't do very many subject twos, but what we do a lot of is wrap deals or agreement for sales here in Arizona, where basically out of the different loan types, there's a FHA loan, there's a conventional loan, and then there's VA loans. Well, we're able to wrap the existing loans, and with our title company's help, to do what's called agreement for sale, where we on the conventional and the VA loans. We do a lot of those. So a lot of our leads that we normally were just throwing away and not having any success with or monetizing them anyway, we're able to do a wrap and get the seller out of their property. Because a lot of times they owe pretty much close to what they're asking for. There's not a whole lot of equity, but there is equity. And the reason why this works is we have a lot of investors here in Phoenix that love rental properties. And so we can sell those properties to our investors via an agreement for sale, an exact wrap, and those properties cash flow. One of the other things that we do a lot too is seller carrybacks. That's where, say we're doing a lot of marketing and the people own the property free and clear, and they're really just bent on and stressing about getting their price. So we'll either negotiate and get our price, or we'll get terms. And the two most frequent seller financing techniques that we use in our business is agreement for sales and wraps. An agreement for sale wraps, or seller carrybacks. Seller carryback is where they own the property free and clear. There's no mortgage on it. An agreement for sale, at least in Arizona, what we do is if it's a conventional or a VA loan. Now, I know that we can do subject twos, and I know that we can do lease options. But those are the two seller financing techniques that we use a lot. Now, to give you an idea how that has changed our business, let's say we have 10 properties that we got locked up and they're on our whiteboard. Well, typically, out of those 10 properties, 2 are seller financing deals that we're using the agreement for sale wrap technique on. Now, on average, those the profit on those are around $13,000 to $15,000. So if you think about this, those leads that are normally throwing away every single time, or you're not able to negotiate because they just owe too much, and they want closer to retail, and it just doesn't fit your criteria for a wholesaling, a perfect wholesaling deal. So what we've done is we monetize that. So we're adding, $26,000 to $30,000, per month if we're doing 10 in a month, or we typically do more than that, but we'll say, just for the argument's sake, we do 10 in a month, and 2 of those are seller financing techniques, and we get a minimum of $13,000 a pop. So that's $26,000 added to the bottom line per month. So whether you're a beginner wholesaler or you are a seasoned wholesaler and you're not using the strategy, you're losing a lot of money. It's a really simple thing, and most of the people always ask, how do you get those seller financing deals? The simple answer is you ask. I usually use a technique. I kind of go through the process and give them different options, and then the last option I present is our seller financing option. And I say, I'm not sure, I kind of, talk like, I'm not sure if this is going to work for you, but what if I could do something like this? Are you willing to keep the loan in place for 36 to 60 months, 3 years, 5 years? You can go longer. For some reason, it seems like 3 to 5 years is around what we typically get, and maybe it's just because of mindset. That's all we're asking for. But these make really, really awesome rental properties too. I've actually cherry-picked rental properties like this for myself with seller carryback and wrap deals. So if you're not using seller financing in your wholesaling business, you are losing a ton of money. It's really simple. It's not that difficult to understand, and it's really, a lot of times it's just a one-page addendum. You can probably get a couple more pages, but you can make it as simple as a one-page addendum to your contract. So I hope this adds some value to you, and if you have any questions, shoot me a private message. I'll be glad to help you out with anything I can. If you're looking to figure out how to sell some of these deals, feel free to reach out to me too. I can help you with that as well. I hope this helps, and I hope it adds some value. And Alex, you're a beast. You're awesome. Thanks so much for having this Facebook group. It adds a lot of value to me, and I hope that this adds some value to someone out there today. Thanks. Bye.